All right, Shalom. First off, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. Giving double honors unto the elders of Israel, which are the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. And all peace, blessings, and salutations to all you walk him throughout the four corners of the earth, continuing to push and do the works in truth and in sincerity. This is the brother Masha, here with another lesson through the Spirit. Coming with just here with another lesson, just pretty much, just going off the Spirit, and how it is out here. Pretty much, just wanted to do a quick lesson on the Lord's going to reveal pretty soon who He's dealing with, because a lot of these people, they don't realize that, the men of the Lord out there on the highways and byways, are sent by the Lord, speaking the things that He put within them to speak, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yashar. A lot of people don't acknowledge and realize that, but pretty soon we're coming into a time, to where, as the scripture said, we're going to start off with that, And Salaki, I don't have anything written down. It's just flowing through the Spirit, We're going to start off with Ezekiel 33. Ezekiel 33 and verse 33. I'll start at 30. Ezekiel 33 and 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by thy walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. So pretty much, these people, we'll read on. Verse 31, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. Right. These 2/3, a lot of times, they'll drive by, they honk the horn, or sometimes they even come up, some listen, but, most of the time, a lot of times they don't, some scoff, of course, everybody, all the brothers out there, teaching, have had those experiences, you had scoffers come up, and a lot of times, they ultimately can't get it, but they continue to, lean upon their own understanding, but so like we'll keep reading. Where's we at? Verse 32. Well, Salaki, I'm gonna reread 31 again. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. Right. So these people, they just look at, the men of the Lord out there on the highways and byways. Really, a lot of them, they look at it as entertainment. For face value, they don't take it serious. Of course, not knowing that the Lord sent these men, and that it's actually a serious sign that the men of the Lord are back on the scene out there on the highways and byways. But of course, they can't perceive that through the Spirit. But verse 32, and I'll reread it again. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And this is the point. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Now, this verse here is talking about when these prophecies are everything that the men of the Lord are prophesying. When they come to pass, then they're gonna know that a prophet was among them. All right. When everything that the prophets have been prophesying, all right, because a lot of the apostles tell us, a while back, that when the men of the Lord, or starting with the elders, they would be out there prophesying, and they had the nuclear missile signs out there, and people would laugh and mock, thinking it's crazy that they have the nuclear missile signs out there and whatnot. But now we're coming into the time to where you're hearing about these nuclear missile tests, you're hearing about these threats, going on with these nations, as prophesied in these scriptures. And now these people are starting to realize little by little, more and more, that, hey, these things are actually going to happen, So I'm going to reread it again. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them, right? When these prophecies, these evils, everything prophesied, all right, come to pass, then they're going to know. So let's jump to, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. I'll just get to the point. 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. So this is exactly what the men of the Lord are out there prophesying. We're telling you about the things that are coming. We're telling you famine's going to be coming. We're telling you martial law is coming. We're telling you Esau Edom. All right, he's going to come down having the mark. He's going to come down having the chip. All right. Or he's going to come down having great wrath. Okay, and he's going to cause a lot of people, as prophesied, to be chipped. And the ones that take that, they're going to be destroyed by the Lord. And everything that the men of the Lord are prophesying are surely coming to pass, because that's the scripture say. Let me get that real quick. Because the word of the Lord, once again, isn't gonna be void. Let me get it real quick. Salakia. Salakia, bear with me real quick. I'm trying to find that precept. Let me just look at it real quick. In the chapter, I believe it's Isaiah 55. Salakia, let me pause real quick. I'm gonna be back. Salakia for that. I had to find the precept, but it was Isaiah 55 and verse 11. Yeah, I'll just start at verse 10. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. All right. So the word of the Lord and everything that the men of the Lord are out there prophesying, from the nuclear missiles, all right, the chip, all right, famines, all right, women being ravished, everything that you hear being prophesied is going to come to pass. And as Ezekiel says, lo, when all these things prophesied come to pass, then they're going to know that a prophet was among them. All right. And in that time, then, then they're going to know who the Lord's dealing with as well. All right. Because let's get that real quick. Book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 91 and verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, and him will I trust. Once again, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and receiving this truth through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. All right. Once again, only being the men of the Lord right now out there on the highways and byways teaching the correct doctrine. All right. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So, hey, this truth, once again, having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is going to keep the men of the Lord stable. Meaning what? Rooted and grounded in their faith in the Lord. All right, because in that time, it's gonna, the Lord's gonna put His Spirit upon His men, to go through what they're gonna have to go through. Because once again, of course, it's predestination. The Lord's gonna put the Spirit upon His elect to go through whatever it is they gotta go through. You know, but the elect are gonna endure and have these words within them in the times to come. Verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. So all these things that are going to be going on, these pestilence, these natural disasters, destroying everybody else, it's not going to come near the men of the Lord, and that's the point. It's going to be known in that time,